Life and Beth has returned this past week. The Hulu original that is created by and starring Amy Schumer picks up the pieces from where the first season left off, with Beth's relationship with John, Michael Cera, at the center of the overall plot line. However, a massive life-altering event happens to cap off the season's first episode. Life and Beth Season 2 Episode 1 begins with Beth getting a day off from work to go have a spa day at her friend Maya's new fancy job at a spa in Manhattan. There, she is joined by friends Jess and Jen. The girl gang has a get-together in the sauna and then in the hot tub, and what are they talking about through all of this? Why the men in their lives, of course. The group has a moment where they all decide to text their boyfriends or husbands if they are down to have sex. Their responses are very diverse, depending on the kind of home life that the pair has. We also have flashbacks to younger Beth in this episode and her odd, awkward dating life when she was a teenager. Here we see younger Beth get asked out by a guy deemed out of her league, but she genuinely likes him. It turns out it was a mean prank, or even a dare of sorts, among some young men who wanted to act like boys and break Beth's teenage heart. This is something that parallels Beth's issues with trust in her life now and her relationship with John. We get some minor scenes of John throughout the episodes. It's just him going through what some would find a frustrating day of farm work, but John seems to breeze through. We know by now that John is a little, well, let's call him odd, just for now. All of the happenings of this day culminate with John and Beth meeting for dinner at a restaurant that night. Beth shows up somewhat refreshed, but conflicted a bit as to how she views her boyfriend. There is a wall there between them, and she can't leap over it. John arrives at the date barefoot, carrying a few caged chickens and some other stuff from the farm. This throws Beth for a loop, and she confirms with herself the idea that maybe they should break up before any feelings are hurt. Beth and John don't even get a nice table. They are put out back under some hanging lights to make it look nice, but in reality, it just looks like an alleyway or a storage area for the restaurant. Beth nearly breaks up with John, but John interjects. In his own special way, he says he did all he could to get to this date tonight, and one day the two of them are going to get married and start a family. His compelling speech saves the date, and they embrace one another, as it seems that this relationship is now headed in the right direction at the end of Life and Beth Season 2 Episode 1. The episode review. In a season premiere that had a climax that could be a season finale of a lesser-liked show, Life and Beth does not disappoint with the humor of Beth feeling old as she notices a hump in her back developing and sensing that she should ditch her new love in her life. The episode's final scene works magnificently as it shows a man and woman working through something and nearly ending it. You sincerely think Beth dumping John will happen once the scene starts in Life and Beth Season 2 Episode 1, thus setting off a storyline of whether they will or won't get back together, and John saves the day.